Alright guys, how you doing? It's Rabea, hope you're all well. First things first, I just want to say a huge heartfelt thank you for everybody that made a comment, showed their support and love and positive vibes in my last video. Reading that comment section was overwhelming and I genuinely really appreciate it. I think it's just awesome, so thank you. If you want to check out that video, you can go to my channel, but the reason I'm making this video is because there was a bunch of comments, people saying, bro, where's all your gear? Why is it all gone? Why is your room empty? Did Chapman own all your gear? Have they taken it away? Why is all the room, are you moving house? What's going on? It was this kind of, a lot of questions like that. So the reason that I've taken all my gear out, as you can see, there's nothing here. I've taken all my amps, my synths, all my guitars, everything, all my pedals are gone. And the reason for that is because I wanted to show you something. Welcome to my new studio. All right, so we're in my new studio. I've been moving over the last couple of months. That's why you haven't seen really any content or anything like that. I've been really quiet on socials and things like that, just because I've been focusing on getting into this space, setting it up, wiring everything in, and basically getting into a position where I can just crack on, make music, make videos, do whatever I want to do in here. So some of you may recognize this space. Ben used to operate in this room, but over the last couple of months he's decided to move out of this space and gave me a call and asked me if I wanted to take over. This is the dream. So another massive announcement slightly underneath me announcing this awesomeness is that I now have tab books of Grinding Gears volumes 1, 2 and 3, and I guess I'll do volume 4 eventually, but at the minute I've got tab books, full transcriptions done by Phil Dyer of Grinding Gears volume 1, 2 and 3. If you get them, they come with backing tracks that I've made. I've taken the lead guitars out and some of the riffs and stuff out so you can play along. There's digital and physical versions. If you get the physical version, you get the full ring bound book. I think Dan spent ages finding a good quality ring bound book company to print all these tabs in. So you get the bound book, you get the CDs, or if you get the digital version, you get the digital tabs, you get the guitar profile, I believe, and then you get all the backing tracks as well. Bearing in mind, if you do get the physical copy, you also get the backing tracks and the Guitar Pro stuff from the digital package as well. I think the ultimate bundle thing that Dan set up for that was basically the full tab book, the CDs, the digital version of the tab, the guitar profile, and the backing tracks, all as one big package. If you want to buy the tab book, if you want to check out any of the tab stuff, I'll put in links in the description box, but you can go to rabeamassaad.com and you can check out all the bundles and tab stuff there. I've been waiting to tell you guys that for so long, so we now have full transcription tab books of Grinding Gears volumes 1, 2 and 3. So let me kind of show you around the room. This is kind of where I've set up to talk to you guys at the minute, just because I've got this huge dome light here. So this is my wall of victory. I've got every amp that they make on this rack here. Most of these are my personal ones, like my original Krakens and Super Krakens and stuff, my V140, but also stuff got sent over when we were doing profiling and just generally making tones and testing stuff out. So that's why I've got all of the amps here, as you can see. So this is something I always wanted, a wall of amplifiers, if I ever had the opportunity to do that. So I've got my cabs, all the cabs and stuff that was stored down at Electric are now here, including all the amps that I personally really love, that I've either demoed and then decided to buy or hang on to and use and collected over the years. So I've got obviously my JVM, my Friedman, Soldano, Massaad, some Rev 5150s, and I've got my Mesa cabs, my Marshall cab, and all my Victory cabs. You may recognize this drum kit. This actually used to belong to Ben Meinl. He's a Yamaha artist now, and This was basically collecting dust. I got this space. He asked me if I wanted to buy a drum kit, and of course I needed one, and I wanted this one because this has been in the family, so to speak, with me and Ben and Tosca and everything we've ever done with Dorje and my old band Chasing Jade. He got this in 2007. I love this kit. I helped spec this kit with Ben, so it's nice to keep it in the family. Now I own it. It's sick. It's a DW Collector Series. It's got 3 rack toms, 2 floor toms, a kick. I've got the Benny Greb signature snare. Moving on, you can see my pedal board is nicely set up for when I want to vibe out in front of all this stuff. To my right here is every single pedal I think I've ever demoed, bar the ones that I've lent to friends or whatever, or had to send back. There are pedals in front, pedals in the middle, pedals behind. Like, it's literally stacked full. There are hundreds in there. So this is the control room. So I'm using my laptop at the minute. I've got my X8P and my 8P from Universal Audio, which is my interfaces. That's 16 mic ins on the back. I've got a 16 channel stage box that comes from the live room through into here. It's already linked up. I just recently acquired the 4710D from Universal Audio as well. That's got 4 mic ins with like an 1176 compressor style preset. So that's going to be great for guitar recordings or vocal recordings and stuff like that. So yeah, and then I've got my synth there. I've got a window through into the live room. So this is the wall of my guitars essentially. These are all the guitars I own. I think my Strandberg's at home currently, but everything else is here. All my prototype Chapmans, my signatures, all the Strats, the Telly, the Gretsch, my dad's Strat, Les Paul, like all the beasts. Everything's here, my acoustics, so I can just basically grab what I need when I need it. So the bulk of this video is to introduce you to my new studio, which I have done. Mega excited, but there are other things to update you on as well. Firstly, Frog Leap have signed up to a new booking agent called K2, so that's going to be pretty mental. Some of the gigs hopefully we'll be getting will be awesome. So I guess in terms of booking and stuff like that, if anyone was ever going to inquire through me on this channel, which is a bit odd, but if you were, go via K2 because they're going to be representing Frog Leap going forward. Meaning this year is going to have some mental gigs, I imagine. But we'll see. The next thing I was going to update you on, or at least clear up a little bit, was I get a lot of people a little bit confused about my reasoning for leaving Chapman. Just to kind of summarise that once again, it really isn't a case of any bad blood or being offered a new deal with more money or anything like that. I just wanted to venture out and essentially gauge where I'm at in my career, really. I've been given opportunities through my friends, which is amazing. Of course, it's a really nice position to be in. But I feel like I just want to gauge where I'm at on my own. That is the reason. There's no monetary reason, there's no gossip, there's no anything like that. So anyway, I've talked enough about that. So the next bit of news to bring you up to date on is Grinding Gears Volume 4. It's going to be the last Grinding Gears because I've got this space now and I want to create a proper record. Not that Grinding Gears isn't like proper records, but they are just demos. Some of them, especially the later Grinding Gears, got a little bit more in depth in terms of the songs I was trying to make, but you know, Grinding Gears 4 is probably the most songy Grinding Gears so far. There aren't really any tracks that are a minute long like in previous volumes. We've got everything like Just Cause, you know, the John Petrucci tribute track that I made, the Tone King jam track that I made. So there's a bunch of longer form tracks on there. So it's going to be fun, and loads of people have been asking for it for ages. I'm really sorry it's taken so long, but it is coming, I promise. In any case, this is the new studio. I wanted to show you around, welcome you to the space, and say how excited I am about this year, having this opportunity, having this space to make and create music in and everything else. Like I say, primarily it's to try and create my own music, like a solo album, that kind of thing. That's why I've got everything set up in such a way to do that. I can jump on the kit, record, play guitar, all the rest of it. But also I want to use this space for other kinds of content as well. I'm not really at a point right now where I want to just jump into pedal demos again and like gear demos like I have been doing, because like I've done that for years. But what I do want to do is utilize all the gear that I own in this space and make some cool content with it, because I mean, that's a cool thing to do. And I've got the space, I can turn things up, and it's just going to be more fun. So if you've got any cool things you want to see or hear or stuff like that, any ideas of cool content that you'd want to see from this space, let me know in the comment section and I'll have a look at it. You know, I want to get my friends in here with me. I want to do live sessions in here like I've done with Hannah and Chris and Tom in the past. Get them in this space to actually record live music. Yeah, I can do anything really in this room, so I'm really excited. Thank you for watching this video. Welcome to my new space. I've been Rabea, and we'll see you all very soon.